remembers this Hoover? It's called a Constellation vacuum cleaner made by Hoover. That's the name of it, Constellation. It's actually made in 1954. It's really amazing to think that we were going this way, and in the 1950s they could get Hoovers to do this, and then they create what we've got now, when this Hoover actually looks quite good. But 1950 it was made. I just saw it on something and I thought, oh, I've got to make a video on this, because obviously it's very interesting to think that we were going this way and then we went a completely different way. But anyway, does everybody remember this Hoover? I'm going to play this little video so you can see.
Floats. The Hoover constellation floats on air, floats on its own cushion of air, floats with you through housework.
Yes, the Hoover constellation floats. It doesn't just slide. There. Just as it floats over the table, so it floats through your housework. A gentle pull, and it follows in your footsteps for perfect all-round-the-house cleaning. So if you want to float through housework, get the fabulous Hoover constellation.
Sure.
I have the lovely Amy with me.
Hello, lovely Karen.
Yeah, I was, well, I've played you that video. I know you didn't actually see it, but there was this guy. His name's at the end of the video, and he's on TikTok. And he's making this video and talking about Tartaria, but I'm not sure if I know what Tartaria is anymore, because I just said to Amy, it fits in with authoritarian, totalitarianism, and that's worse than communism. And
Yes.
I don't know what Tartarian is anymore. But to me, Tartaria meant a time in a place that we don't know with a history. So it's like big question mark. We don't know when it was, what year, the whole thing, who built it, where those bricks come from, whatever it is, that building. And so he is talking about the Taj Mahal and saying that it was built in 1648. And the bit that got me, Amy, I said it in the video, he said they didn't just bring all the marble there, they had a great big lump of marble and they've carved this building out of the marble. What did you make of that?
Yeah, that was really interesting.
So he's saying even the thing inside weighs tons and tons. They didn't just drop it in there, and they would, anything they did, they'd had to have had some high-tech machinery.
Right.
I mean, how ridiculous is that if it was built in 1632?
I know.
I mean,
yeah,
we're talking of just after Henry VIII. We're talking of Elizabeth I, or maybe just after her. But we're talking of frilly dresses and those things around their necks, and they were able to build this.
Yes, how could that be?
And obviously in the video he says there's no way this could have been built in with picks and axes, and they said it needed architects, tradesmen, it needed millions of people to make this.
Right.
I mean, how do you think about it's a great big piece of marble that they've cut it out of?
Yeah, I know.
Oh well, a horse can drag the great big piece of marble, can't it?
Oh, exactly. That would be crazy.
And then in the video, what he's saying is, but again, none of us know for sure, do we? Because I don't even know to say what Tartaria is anymore. But because it fits in with totalitarianism, and I said that's worse than communism. But and they don't talk about Tartaria as a word. You can't look that one up, but you can look the rest up with Tarian on it.
Right.
He's saying 3/4 of it's under the ground.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize that. That was really interesting.
And then what he's saying is that they didn't have toilets, that they put the toilets in at a later date, and that the Tartarians never had toilets. But, you know, I don't know about that one. I don't know. But maybe what it is maybe they made a lot of it and nobody ever moved in and they never finished it off.
Oh, that's a good possibility.
But he's saying in there that there's stuff in there that they use so that the building is resonating, and because of that, it keeps the building perfect.
Yes.
I mean, it's all a bit of a mouthful, but is there anything else you'd like to say? What did you think?
I agree. I don't know what Tartaria is anymore either. Some people thought it was the 1,000-year reign of Jesus Christ, but now people are not sure about that either. It's just really incredible.
But I did put a video out the other day to say that Jesus was born in 1752 and they added hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I mean,
Yes,
everybody knows that history has been added, but I suppose they added a few hundred there, and then a bit later they've added a few hundred there, and then a bit later they've added hundreds there. And so this is why probably in parts of history that are very, very important, put it all up and added hundreds more years that never existed. And that means the mining would have been earlier. How would they have been able to have done all that?
Oh, I know. It is crazy.
It's almost like we've gone back thousands of years and we're in the dark ages, really. I know we've got computers, but what would they have had to build that if they could cut that out of marble?
I know. It really makes you wonder.
I mean, it's like it's almost unbelievable, and that's what we're living in, an unbelievable place.
It sure is. It really is. So he said it's no longer the seventh wonder of the world, or not one of the seven wonders of the world.
Yeah, because he's broken it down now.
Yes, he broke it down.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite crazy. But, do you think we should let them listen to his video?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, he's on TikTok. I put his name up at the end if you want to go and watch his video, any more of his videos. But thanks for helping me do that, Amy.
Oh, you're welcome, Karen.
Yeah, something's wrong though. And I mean, it's not just this building. There's loads of buildings all over the place that are just almost impossible, can't be there, but they're there.
Yes.
I mean, even Buckingham Palace, half of that was built in the 1800s. There's no plans.
Right.
They didn't have great big cranes. What, you just flick your fingers and it turns up?
Yeah. It's incredible.
It's all incredible, but thank you for helping me, Amy.
You're welcome, Karen.
All right, y'all, let's get right into it. This is the Taj Mahal. This is one of the 7th wonders of the world, right? An immense mausoleum of white marble, built in Agra, India, between 1631 and 1648. Look at the dome. Look at the antennas. Solid white mausoleum of marble. I am going to destroy this. I'm going to rip it to pieces. Your history teachers, your professors, they're going to puke when this is done. The entire world is. Because by the time I'm finished, there's only going to be 6 wonders of the world. 1632. Pay attention, we're doing critical thinking. Great, with the mosque, the guest house, and the main gateway. They built a guest house. Look down here. They have to explain to you. Let's explain it to them. Oh, why the Taj Mahal? Oh, yeah, materials, labor, artisans, architects, civil engineers. Make it seem like there was all these people around, drawing up blueprints and everything. Do you see that structure up there? Solid white marble. When you get to the end of this video, your jaw's gonna drop. Look at this. What is that? Solid white marble. But what is this in the middle here? I'll explain to you in detail. Right here, it looks like they indented the floor. It's not a bird bath. Mercury and radium go in here, and it interacts with that rod. That rod interacts with the rods on top of the roof, which is drawn in ether, which sustains this whole entire structure. That's why it's so beautiful and shiny 500 years later, because of the golden phi ratio, which resonates through the entire structure. That right there is for mercury and radium. You see the rod? That is for the antennas on top, which helps the building stay perfect. It maintains the golden phi ratio, the resonance of the building. Do you understand? And in order to make this marble, you need a piece of marble the size of the building to cut that out. Do you not understand that? You've been lied to about every thing. Look at that. Tartarian. You already know. Go look at the Kremlin. Go look at any Tartarian structure. Look at the archways. You see this big, huge marble piece right here? Let me tell you something. That can't fit in a room. Do you know how much that must weigh? Don't tell me. How did y'all get that through the dome window? Did you lower it through a crane? Look at that. Wait till you get to the end of this video. Tartarian. You already know what a Tartarian structure looks like. I gave you new eyes. Look at this. Sit there. You can just pause that video if you want for a second. Look at that. You can't do it now. Look, with a hammer and a chisel. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hallway. Are you kidding me right now? Look at that. Are you kidding me? That looks like, it looks like if you walk down the hallway, like you're gonna end up in heaven. Look at the structure. It's 100% Tartarian. We've been lied to about everything. Look at this. Look at the antennas. This is a solid piece of marble. What did they do? Hoist it up there with a crane? What quarry? Like, do I need to explain this to y'all? Look at that. In order to get that kind of perfection, you need like a laser. I see guys on construction sites just putting up simple metal, sheet metal. They need a laser for that. You telling me for a solid marble, white marble structure, this hammer, chisel, no power tools? Look at that. They playing in your face, y'all. They are playing in your face. Here's the kicker. Look at this. Look at this. Just like every Tartarian structure, right beneath the Tartarian structure is the rest of the structure. When you look at the Taj Mahal, you're only looking at the tip. That's like 30% of it. The rest is underground. And it's Tartarian. There was no mogul. He didn't build it for his wife. You're now thinking. You have new eyes. You can see now. You understand you've been lied to. Tell your professors, Damian Michaels said, there's now only 6 wonders of the world. Why? Because we have over hundreds of thousands of these. It's not special. It's Tartarian. My people made it. That's just what we do. Remember my New York City video? With the structure underneath? Look here. Last month, a seemingly humdrum event made news in India. A toilet complex, an air-conditioned toilet complex, no less, had finally opened near the Taj Mahal monument. Wait, y'all telling me, remember, they built a mosque, they built guest houses and everything. Remember the artisans? Remember the civil engineers and architects? They forgot the bathrooms. No, they didn't forget them. Tartarians don't use bathrooms. I'm my biggest skeptic, so I always check on the bathrooms. Look, all this hoopla about toilets, some might wonder, but those who traveled to India understood only too well. In one of the world's most frequented sightseeing sites, tourists often complain about standing in 40-minute long lines outside stinking toilets and rank it among the foulest tourist experience in the world. There's only 6 wonders of the world. Because I said so. The Taj Mahal is Tartarian. Prove me wrong. I dare you.